Well, good morning, everybody. Renee here at church. You know, the Mayo Clinic, you've probably heard of it. It's likely the most famous hospital and research center in the United States. Well, I read an article on the Mayo Clinic website the other day about health, but it wasn't about medication and it wasn't about exercise. It was about forgiveness. The article said, who hasn't been hurt, right? Perhaps a parent constantly criticized you growing up, or a colleague sabotaged a work project. Your partner had an affair, or maybe you've had some trauma, like being abused by someone close to you. Article said, of course, these wounds can leave lasting feelings of bitterness and sometimes even hatred. But it said, if you hold on to that pain, you might be the one who pays most dearly, because clinically, unforgiveness can lead to bad mental health, anxiety, stress, hostility, symptoms of depression, higher blood pressure, a weaker immune system, lower self-esteem, so much. But letting go of grudges and bitterness can reverse that, make the way for improved health, improved mental health too. So how do I let go? How do I forgive? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about this weekend in church. Here's one tip. You find the strength to forgive when you realize how much God has forgiven you. The Bible says, remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Colossians 3:13. Now, how does remembering that help you when somebody hurts you? Well, I love this from Tim Keller. He says, if you know God's love and forgiveness, then there's just a limit to how deeply another person can hurt you, because he or she can't touch your real identity, your real wealth, your real significance. The more you rejoice in your own forgiveness, the quicker you will be to forgive others, because you are rooted in emotional wealth. Don't you love that? Emotional wealth. When you experience God's grace toward you, something amazing happens. You become gracious. You become forgiving. Lots more on that topic this weekend as we study Jesus Christ's teaching that we should pray, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. I hope we see you this weekend. I hope you can join me. I'll be here Saturday, 6 p.m., Sunday, 9 a.m. and 11. And this weekend, we have baptisms in all of our services in here during services. Also, of course, remember this week is the Wharf to Wharf race from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just allow yourself plenty of extra time to get here, but don't miss church. And if you're running the race, of course, you know, we're just up the road from the end of the race in Capitola Village. Run it. Join us for the 11 a.m. service. We always have rows of runners in here in their race gear having fun. Hope to see you all here this weekend.